Nissan 350Z HR motor. Very clean car, very nice, reliable car. Quick, fast, mean machine. It's a great car. I recommend it to anyone. As you may know, there's quite a few flaws with the 350Z, and those are the paint scratches on the sides. This got worked on a little bit right here, and the inside you can see it's a little bit scratched up too. The dash and everything, this will scratch up too, all around here in the edges. Just got to be careful and not horse around. But you can also paint it or wrap it, fix the issue. Pretty easy there. Another thing is too, you got all the gauges up here. Got the oil gauge, got the volts, and this right here, speedometer. This is what I look at most of the time. I never look at here. I'm always looking at the gauge because it's just in your face and it's a nice clean look. You can change it to temperature. I don't even know what that is. Miles per gallon. Miles per gallon on these cars is supposed to be a little more, but I guess 16.5 miles per gallon. A lot of traffic out here and crappy roads, so yeah. You can also time your, say, mile, quarter miles, basically just a timer. You can set your RPM, so right here it'll flash. Right now I just have it 56 because I was just messing with it, but so basically the light will just flash when you get up to 5,600 RPMs, and then to tell you when to shift. And then that's about it for the dials. I also recommend a aftermarket radio for the car, as the one that comes stock is pretty crappy, no aux, no nothing. But this one's very nice, came with the car. Just bought the car a few months ago. I have lots of plans for it. It's touch, has lots of options, Bluetooth as well. It's a perfect fit. Over here behind the passenger seat, you have the glove box, and there's no glove box up here, but there is a port to put a charger in and everything there, so that's nice. And this under here as well lifts up, and that's more storage. You have this right here. You have another volt power, but for some reason mine's stuck down there. You have another one of these drawers right here to get groceries for this car. There's not much storage, but they did their best with this car, definitely, to try and make enough storage for the car. You have 2 cup holders right here, and this closes. You got a cup holder over there, a cup holder right here, and a cool thing is too is when you have your lights on at night, there's an orange light in there, just like the dash. It lights up your water bottle. It's a little cool little feature. You have this as well, 2 more cup holders that I normally don't use. I normally don't use these either because it's in the way of when I shift. So just a little junk drawer in there. Driver's seat, and you can buy these online. These are just little bags, a little bag just for more storage space. This actually came with the car, and it's got the Z logo on there. It's pretty cool. Haven't used it yet, but probably will eventually when I need to. You come to the trunk. You have about 3.5 feet for storage. You have the storage up here, but who cares about the storage in this car, really? It's this nice sports car. This is a little dirty up here. I might get this wrapped. I'm gonna wrap the whole car soon, so that'll be nice. It comes with a spare tire, as like all cars, but I actually took mine out. It's a little stuck, but took it out for some weight reduction. Don't really need it because the wheels I have on right now are aftermarket wheels, they're 20-inch rims. Came with the car, but definitely gonna get those replaced soon. I'm just going for a different look, so don't plan on keeping those. The other thing is, if you're a big golfer, you might have heard there's a manual of how to store 2 golf bags in the car. Pretty funny feature. Didn't know they play golf in Japan, but yeah, so that's the storage. Thing is too, on manuals, this car actually, the parking brake is fine, so I do put it in first sometimes when I'm parked if I'm on a big slope, but you could definitely trust your parking brake on these cars. Another cool feature is if you hold the unlock button, the windows will roll down in just a few seconds. It's a very cool feature, so if you're outside, forget something in your car, just come in and reach through the window. Since I have the 2008 Nissan 350Z HR motor, it does come with 306 horsepower stock. There's plenty of room for upgrades. I plan on doing tons, so can't wait to build the car. If you're in a state where there's snow is the issue, well, since it's wheel drive, I do not recommend it for the winter. I do have another car that is my daily, but this is my daily for the summer. I've seen tons of people on the roads during the winter, and their back tire just spins the whole time in the snow. And it does not look pretty, and it does not look fun to get stuck, especially when it's a low profile car. But yeah, so I do not recommend it for the snow. With all cars, but this is the battery. When you lift this, some of the clamps are broken, so it doesn't really fit good, but the battery is located there. You got the washer fluid, you got your oil, you got the brake fluid in here, and you have the dual intake as well. I really like it on this car. Gives it a clean look. Once I get aftermarket intakes, it'll even look cooler and add some power, so what the heck. I've seen a lot of people delete their rear windshield wiper, but I was thinking about taking mine off, but it ends up leaving a hole right between this little space. So in that case, I'm probably gonna leave mine on. It doesn't look bad, but when it rains really hard, it's good to have that when you have that small back window. You don't have a big rear view, and especially when you have a little spoiler in the back. The guy that put on the spoiler did not use the same color paint, so it's off. But like I said, I'm planning on wrapping the car, plan on getting new wheels, tints, engine upgrades. It has an exhaust. Do not know the name of the exhaust. There's nothing under it that says a name, but the guy that put it on beforehand didn't know the name of the exhaust, so this is what I'm rolling with for now. And sounds pretty clean, so probably end up leaving. Anyone that's thinking about buying one, I do recommend it. Just make sure you get an automatic. It is very fun, even if you do not know how to drive one. I learned how right when I got this car. Bought it, didn't even know how. But it's very fun car. I recommend getting exhaust as one of the first things to do, because it really makes the car fun to drive. Just hearing that loud exhaust from the car. It's a pretty smooth ride on the roads if you have some smooth pavement roads, but if you have crappy roads like I do, then you're gonna hear every single bump, so that's annoying too, but the car is worth a lot more than that. So I really love this car. This was my first dream car, even though it's like not expensive, but it was my first dream car, and I saved for it and eventually came. So if anyone is in the same boat as I was, we'll get there. So yeah, so as I said before, I recommend this car to anyone, and that concludes my review. Make sure you follow my Instagram at Anon350Z, and subscribe to YouTube and like the video, and peace out.